garbage dude, tax guy, unfairly paid chemistry teachers. These may all seem like bad jobs, but dishwasher, dude, by far the worst job, probably. And yeah, I can speak from experience. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and believe it or not, but at one point I was employed for about 6 months, and since then I've just been here, alone in the darkness of my bedroom. Not really, but I should probably get another job soon. I'm broke. So yeah, I was a dishwasher at a restaurant, and I've got to say, I was the best. Then again, it was really hard to be bad at the job, yet some people still manage to do that. But alright, let's reel it back and start with the very first day of hell. Chaos. That's what I would describe the restaurant business. Most wouldn't realize when you get to a restaurant how insane it actually is behind the scenes. While you're there taking 4 hours to figure out whether you want a chicken salad or a Cobb salad, the staff in the back are scrambling around like a bunch of rabid dogs searching for some leftover beef. We got people yelling where their orders are at, the cooks running back and forth between the burners, the soup girls scooping soup in record speeds, and then you've got the dishwashers dying in a corner. Now, it's not always this bad, especially on weekdays, except for Friday, at least where I worked. So, thankfully, my first day was on a Thursday, only mildly chaotic. Now, the lead dishwasher, who I'll call Chaz, he had been there for over 3 years, so he knew his stuff. He also hated his stuff, as in the job. He really hated the job. Graciously, though, Mr. Chaz shows me the process of dishwashing. I'll sum it up like this. Cooks and waiters/waitresses/hosts give dishes to clean dishes with steel wool in the sink, then put dishes through a giant professional dishwasher, and finally find the exact place the clean dish needs to go back to. Sometimes that last part is easy, other times I'll be dropping wooden spoons in a bin filled with plastic knives. Seems simple, right? And almost fun. Easy even. Ha! You see, this is fine and dandy on slow days, but can still really drain you, because it's so monotonous, boring, and repetitive, and by day 10 of the job, I was already feeling my soul decay away. However, there were no worse days than chaos days. These would be the days 2 dishwashers were on the staff, because things would be insane. Piles upon piles of unclean dishes just spawning from nowhere. It wasn't anybody's fault either. They were just so busy on these particular days, and of course, that just so happened to be my experience on day 2. So what I thought to be an easy job quickly turned into obvious madness. I could excuse most of this some days, but what I really hated was going fishing. Now don't get me wrong, I love fly fishing a ton, but going fishing in the restaurant biz meant this. Sticking your head in a giant vat of puke-smelling and colored grease, aka the grease traps. And every night, we had to clean 2 of these out. The way you did this was scooping out glomps of liquid crap and placing it in a 5-gallon bucket, then getting up and carrying it out all the way to the dumpster outside. And you had to be extremely careful that you didn't spill any, even though it was filled nearly to the top. And of course, that thing's rather heavy too, especially for me. I have arms with the width of a noodle. And then you'd have to come back and do that all again. And some nights, even a 3rd time. And some nights, even a 4th. Yeah, you get it. I've got to say though, my worst experience had to be on the total solar eclipse day of 2024. It was a solo shift and I wasn't expecting all that much. I entered the establishment to find madness everywhere. Piles of dishes already piled high around me, and some of the worst to clean too. Quick side tangent on the worst dishes to clean: dried mac and cheese, trays that had fish on them, trays that had grease on them, and any form of chocolate. So of course I entered my super crunch mode, where I became a dishwashing machine myself, scrubbing plates like an absolute madman, flinging water everywhere. Yet no matter what I did, the plates, the dishes, the damn trays, they just kept coming. I was basically completing a duo shift by myself. I normally get off around 10 at night, but this time I kept having to text my mother later and later to pick me up. 10:15, please. Alright. Make that 10:30, okay? Oh no, okay. Actually, let's say 10:45. Hunter, what the f- So yeah, I didn't get out until 11 at night on that day. On a school night, of course, and right before a bunch of tests. It was then I realized I had to get out of this place. But hey, that's being a dishwasher. So if you'd like a part 2, give this vid a like for engagement purposes to get it out there more. Views are great. Subscribes are cool as well. And if you don't, well, that's too bad because I'll probably be making one anyway. Nonetheless, thanks so much for letting me vent, and until the next one, I will see you all whenever. Bye! And hey, if you happen to like this yapping session, I got plenty more right here for you to check out. And if you're into gaming, well, there's plenty of that as well right here. Check it out now if you want to.